friends, this is a do as I say, not as I do, because we're going to get a little backlit on me with this window, but it's such a pretty day outside. And this tree that I always stand in front of, I wanted you to see that, or I sit in front of, it has leaves on it now. So I wanted to show you, just give you some examples of how you can easily turn announcements into videos, because we all know we need multiple ways to remind people about stuff, and I know you're always looking for video content. So here are a couple of ways that you can turn your announcements into videos. Now, I originally asked some of you for your newsletters, and when you sent them, it was right before Easter, so all of it was Eastery stuff. So recently I went back and I looked at some of your websites, some of your Facebook, some of your bulletins to just see what's coming up. So I created several videos. I'm going to show each one to you, and then after I show it, I'm going to tell you what I did, how I did it. So all of these are voiceover videos or no talking videos. And let me tell you the reason why I did it that way, because sometimes if you're filming at church, even at your home, you can't get enough quiet time to do it. Like, it's not quiet enough, there's background noise in the video. These allow you just to make the video, then you can cut off that sound and you can replace it with new sound. So I live in New York City, and sometimes it is loud here. And so being able to make videos where the original sound doesn't have to come through is a really valuable tool to have, and I suspect it can be for you all as well. So the first video I did, I think it's Catherine's church, her presbytery was doubling money for certain donations. This is a video I did completely on Canva, so check it out. Would you like a guaranteed way to double your money? Of course you would. Right now, the Salem Presbytery is offering to double any donation made to CWS Greensboro, welcoming refugees, immigrants, and asylum seekers from around the globe. And here's where you can make that donation, guaranteed to double your money. Now, what I did on this is I went to Canva, I did Instagram Reels, and as I set up the Instagram Reel, I went to videos and I searched for casino, gambling, things like that, until I found that video that I liked of the woman holding up the stacks of dollar bills or the stacks of money. And then the next frame, I went to Elements and I found a stack of money. So I put that on there. I duplicated it so it would have that stack of money, and then I added another stack of money to show that you were doubling. Then I went to the website for CWS Greensboro and pulled those pictures off of their website and then added that information. So that was super easy to do. I probably thought way too much about that initial video clip about the gambling, and that can happen. I should have that was one of the first ones I saw, but I kept looking. So don't go down a rabbit hole when you were looking for stock video or photo footage on Canva. Go with your gut. This is not life or death. This is not make or break. You are just creating another way to share information with people. So that one was all Canva, Instagram Reels. I used stock video and photo footage, and then I added some photos from the nonprofit. Okay, the next one I wanted to show you, somebody's having a men's Bible study.
Hey, 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 hey.
And what I did here, I did start in Canva because I needed some stock footage of men reading the Bible. By the way, I invite you to search that on Canva. There are some hysterical pictures, including a man out in a field reading a Bible. But I would encourage you to maybe get pictures of your own men at the Bible study. And then I went on TikTok and I chose this trending sound. I included that in our email this week. And yeah, it's a trending sound. It catches people's attention. And I kind of made a joke about it. Real men study the Bible. Super easy to put together. The hardest thing about it is to sync the sound with the picture changes. But again, that is not life or death. So the next one, I think Lisa, they've got summer camp coming up at their church. So I went back into the archives and I pulled up some photos from a vacation Bible school that was so long ago. The kids who were there are in college. 2 of them have transitioned into different genders by now. This is how long ago this Bible school was. So what I did here, there are no videos in this video. They are just live photos. I added in all the live photos and then I shrunk them each to 1.1 second. I don't know why that seems to be the magic thing for me, but that's kind of my standard. 1.1 seconds, each of them. I didn't do any transitions. I just let it move from one to the other. And I didn't even say anything. I just added some music. And then at the end, I'm like, hey, summer's coming, come to summer camp. So that was live photos made into a video, no voiceover, just some music, info at the end. I'm gonna say that is the easiest one that you can do. If you've got some live photos, I know some of you are already doing this, just put them together, add some music, and then tack your info on at the end. So this next one is a format that I use a lot, especially on my TikToks for social media for churches. Check it out. So this one gelled nicely because this is about having coffee time. I'm drinking a cup of coffee. However, that thing of you drinking a cup of coffee or drinking your beverage or just doing something for 6 to 8 seconds and then adding some music and text over it when it's just a short message, those videos get a lot of attention and response. And one of the reasons is, they loop. So don't worry about them missing the information. If they're watching it and they want it, it just goes back and runs it again. So a 6 to 8 second video of you doing something, if it's about coffee time and you're drinking a cup of coffee, bonus, but you could use you drinking that cup of coffee for a number of different videos. So, and don't be afraid to use that B-roll footage again and again and again. Because it's the message that you want to get through, and having that visual behind it just attracts the attention of the people who are scrolling. I had a little too much fun with this one. This was fun to do. Check it out. We love the Bible at this super great church, but sometimes we gather together not to study the Bible, but just to enjoy each other's company. Again, this was just a really quick video. I want you to know no Bibles were harmed in the making of this video. I threw it right on a couch that was next to where I was sitting. And your people may not, think it's funny that you threw a Bible, but you get the idea. This was a very short video to just let people know that this event is coming up. Chances are they are familiar with the event, and this is just a reminder, but for those who aren't, give them a place to go and learn more about it. And again, I didn't talk. And in fact, it was pretty loud in my apartment while I was making this video. My husband was on a Zoom call. I made the video. I went and did the voiceover later. So I just hope that gives you some ideas of how you can go through and take your announcements, your newsletter stuff, and turn them into videos. That doesn't mean you shouldn't make posts, you shouldn't make stories. This is just another way, one, to get more video content out there, because video content is still gaining a lot of traction, and just having another way, and a fun way, you can have fun with it, to remind people of what is coming up at church. That's not just, oh, hey, here's a square with this info in it. So I'd love for you guys in the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, to take some of your announcements, your bulletin items, and turn them into videos using one or more of these tools. Let me know how it works for you, and let me know what kind of engagement you get from them. And always, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be glad to work with you on it.